welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. Thank you guys. We're getting closer to 5K subscribers. Thank you guys so much. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, it is my birthday month too, by the way, so if these balloons are a little distracting, it is my birthday month. As I stated in my other videos, make sure you go and watch those. I'm kind of on this health journey / reinventing myself journey / my manifesting era now. And I actually had just watched another girl talk about camming on YouTube, and it kind of sparked something into me that I wanted to talk about today. So with manifesting and believing in yourself, I think that's all like keys for success in the modeling world. I have noticed that when I get big tips or really big days or big tips for doing nothing, I'm sure we've all had those where like you get a huge tip and it's just for being you, and they'll tell you like, oh, that's just you, have fun, or like, I don't know, our term, we call them whales, where they come in your room, tip really big, and then like don't even say hi, bye, or thank you. And sometimes, I know me, I'm like, feel maybe not worthy of that, and that's kind of where I'm blocking myself to reaching my full potential. And I'm trying to and I stated this before, go back to the girl and the time when I won the contest for Playboy, and kind of channel that like winner energy, if you may. And so believing that you deserve the big tips and the huge tips and the big days, the great days, and we all know those. And I was kind of made me think like, am I blocking myself to like feeling not worthy? And you have to know your worth and value on cam when you're camming, and kind of sit back and remember that and remind yourself that like, I am worthy of these tips, and my time is valuable and worth X, Y, and Z, whatever that is to you. So I'm really in my manifesting state and getting into the state like I do deserve where I'm at on these sites, and I do deserve to be higher up, if that's your goal. As I talked about before, my goal is to be like, let's just face it, number one, right? So I want to be number one, and working my way there. I've had questions of people ask me about my income. I don't know if I'm comfortable about talking about that, because I do live in a small town where everybody knows me, and I just like, for safety reasons, I don't know if I want to talk about that. But obviously I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't making money. And I will say that I am in the top % on both my sites. So right now, my one site, they do every week like top 100, and I am consistently placing around top 30 or higher. I'm always in top 100 when I am working my hours, so if that helps you. And then on my other site, they go by % you're raking, like what % you're at, and I am around top 5 to 10%, as long as I'm putting in the hours and the work. So that's where I am there. If you guys want to know my ranking or where I am on the site, I am in the top on these sites. My one site, I am usually on the top of the page. I think this week we were like number 3 on the page when I looked at myself. So really happy with that. But I am by no means anywhere where I want to be with my personal goals with camming. And so any information that I can give you guys, or you can give me, or feedback, or anything that you've learned along the ways, I love hearing from you guys. So sound off in the comments, or my personal email is in the description, and you can shoot me an email if you want to do it that way, because I know some people aren't comfortable leaving messages. But again, back to the manifesting and truly believing like you deserve it, that you deserve to be number one. And you look at the top earners on these sites, and I'll just take MFC for talking about reference right now because that's where I started. But you notice like it's the top girls and they're always earning and they're always staying where they are and always staying consistent. And I'll talk more about this in another video because it is very important to build your clientele. And so you want to build your clientele, you want to be consistent, you want to put in the hours. I see a lot of videos online saying like, oh, you should only work like, I only need to work like 1 or 2 hours and I make $5,000. Like, okay, that's good for you, but that doesn't work for everyone. And I do believe you have to be consistent. I do believe you have to put in the time in order to make the $1,000 in an hour or two. You're definitely not going to pop on and pop off unless you have a following, which some of these girls do pop on the sites, but remember, you don't know their social media base, you don't know her Instagram following, her TikTok following, and everything else that comes along with that. So never compare yourself, but do pull inspiration from other people, if that makes sense, and if that inspires you. I know sometimes when I'm having a funk and looking towards somebody, kind of mimic, not copy, kind of what they're doing and what's working for them. It may not work for you, but you can try and see what your niche is, if you're fetish or girlfriend experience or whatever that may be. So keep all those in mind when you're trying to go for the top, and don't ever feel discouraged and that it's not happening overnight, because this could take a long time. I have known girls that have been in this for years and do very well, and I'm content to where they're at. I want to be number one, so I have to work harder. And as I stated before, nothing in my life has come easy for me. I've always worked very, very hard for everything that I have and everything that I want. I mean, I wish it was easy. I wish I could sit here and say that I made $50,000 in an hour and bada bing, bada boom. But that's not the case. I have to put in the hours and the work, and that's fine. And you do have to build your clientele, and you do have to know that you are worthy, and that putting in the time and having a good attitude and building that fan base, that you can do it. You'll do it. You will do it. Just don't get discouraged, and don't get off track. I know this video is a little all over the place, but I just wanted to pop on here and say some encouraging words to any new cam models, or maybe models that are thinking about coming back, or maybe you're a veteran and you're doing great. I would love any feedback from anybody that's out there, no matter what range you're in or anything that's worked for you. I love hearing from you guys. Again, if you don't want to sign up in the comments, my email is in the description. And again, I am on this manifesting visualization journey, so if you guys are interested in that, I'll probably make another whole little video on just like what I'm reading right now and what I'm doing. I'm actually going to incorporate 5 minutes a day. I'm going to start doing this today. Visualization and manifesting. And yeah, so I bought a whole bunch of books actually on eBay for super, super cheap. I think it's like Esther Hicks and Abraham. I think, if I'm getting those right. The Law of Attraction. I'm reading The Secret again. I bought some, it's called a road opener candle. You can find all this on eBay. I bought some sage. I'm doing the juju. I'm doing the things before I log on. So I'll let you know if that helps in my journey. But I'm just with getting my body right and really on this journey of camming and really trying this year and putting in the work, getting my headspace right, and trying not to get discouraged on days, or remembering when you do have those great weeks and days and months, that remember money is like a flow, and to save for those rainy days. I will talk about finances and how to save, because I do have a bartending / waitressing background. So I learned very young, when I started busting tables at like 16 or 17, I can't remember how old I was, 17, putting money aside and having tip-based income. So that's really, really important to remember. But I will say, if you're new and you start making good money, put that money aside to reinvest into like a really good web camera. I talk about that in my other videos, reinvesting. Yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and give some positive words of encouragement on your road to success with cam. And I just think it's just such a great, fun job. Like, I don't know, I just love it. I love that every night is different and you meet some very interesting people. I've met some really great models along the way as well. I've loved the companies I've worked for. I don't have anything bad to say about any of them. If you're able to go to any of the summits, or I know MFC does a really great social events. Those were I always had fun in those, and AVN and all that stuff. I do miss going to those. Maybe I'll do that again next year. So yeah, so keep trekking, keep manifesting. I'm gonna hope this manifesting journey really works for me. So I'm believing and visualizing and seeing it for me. So visualizing me winning these contests all the time and being number one, and I can do it. So tapping into that when I was winning all those contests, when I put in a lot of work back in the day. So I need to up my game. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or you want me to make a video on anything else to dive deeper, and building clientele, I really want to do a whole thing on that because I'm still trying to do that. I have a lot of little tippers and a few big tippers or sugar daddies or whatever you wanted to say. But yeah, building a clientele and a base is very hard, but very key in the cam world. Building those relationships is probably like number one, and keeping them coming back for more and more and more. So yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. Comment below, like the videos, share, ask questions, give me feedback, give me advice. I'll take anything and everything I can get. I love hearing from all you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.